Hi everyone, welcome back to Stationeers Venus. Looks like I'm just about to melt some ice, create some water, but there's a few little things I'd like to do before I do that. I don't need this plastic and glass in my inventory, so we'll get that out. I'll also jump this filter. I'm holding it there to remind me to build a filter, so I'm going to do that right now before I forget. Iron's always the last to pop out. Okay, so I want iron in there. I also want gold in here because I'm going to be making radiators soon, I think. These are always going to go on my electronics printer. I also want to make a wall cooler. I also want some cables, so I might start churning out cables while I'm dealing with the filter situation. I don't know, you can never have enough of these. I'm just going to let it run. Not too long, I guess. 20 or so will be good, 20, 30. Filter, carbon dioxide filter. So we'll just get rid of that. Now, one thing with my furnace is I need to replace some of the pipes with insulated pipes. And I'll point out exactly where. Okay, so this is the output. Now this pipe here is actually sharing capacity with the furnace. There should be nothing in this furnace right now. No, it's empty. This is my Q. I think I want to stick it in here. Oh, there's that. Yeah, that bug. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to mess around with that. Honestly, that's enough. 22. Yeah, add that to my collection. My collection of one. Okay. Okay, so I know health slows, and my water's running out. I actually want to melt this ice first before I go and deal with my water, because I want to be able to check out the temperatures and things of the room and the water tank all at the same time. But I want to keep those doors closed. I don't want to open and close them all the time, these watershed doors. I probably should have just a cycling airlock there and just try and maintain a decent temperature in there. Okay, so I'm sucking out this Q. This is going to take some time. I've got more things I need to do. My oxygen, one tank's empty, the other one's running out very quickly. So let's just pop up this oxygen tank. I don't need much. Pop up this one as well. That should be fine. I only left it in there for a split second because my temperature of my oxygen is too high. What I might do is dump a bunch of waste in this pipe and get it really cold. It's already got 44 in there. I can empty this waste tank too while I'm here. I'm about to melt some ice, which is going to create some icy cold nitrogen. I'm actually just going to mix the nitrogen with this. Honestly, if I stick 100 moles of there's 100 moles of oxygen there. If I have like a negative 100 moles of negative 100 degree, that'll mix with my tank. Because it's only 100 moles, it should drop the temperature only a little bit. I left this on. And hopefully get the temperature of my oxygen to like 20, something more manageable. Okay, as I was saying, some of these pipes, this pipe here needs to be insulated, and these pipes here, they don't need to be. This is the output. It's not going to share capacity with the furnace. But what I'd like to do is replace those three, and this one with insulated pipes, so that later on when I put fuel in this tank fill here, the fuel doesn't heat up on the way through. Like if I stick 25-degree fuel in and it heats up beyond 30 before it reaches the furnace, it will ignite inside the pipe. And I don't want it combusting inside the pipe. I want it combusting inside the furnace. So that needs to be done. At the very least, I need one pipe changed. How many insulated pipes do I have? 3. Can I split some off of here? No. I'm going to have a few of these in a minute, but okay. I'll replace as much as I can. 3, 1. No, this one absolutely 100% has to be replaced. I'm only going to replace those 2. I'll get the others later. Or maybe I can bang off some pipes really quick. Where's my silicon? Steel. Oh yeah, I don't own any silicon. I can't make any more pipes. This is going in here. Oops. Okay, I can't actually make anything I want to make. I've only got 98 grams of steel left. The steel situation is getting dire. I don't want to make steel. I don't want to waste any oxygen at all until I have plants growing and I have an income, a supply of oxygen coming in. and then I can use my oxygen as much as I want. Yeah, one there, and we'll stick one there. I don't need that. I won't need that for a long time till after plants. Plants are not far away. I've only got one left. I can't replace this, but I don't need to. I don't need to just now. I want that left on, and no, I don't want that on yet. I'm going to wait until I fill the furnace of ice, and then I'll put it in. I don't want it sticking in those yellow pipes for too long. What am I doing? I'm putting my pipes away. Yeah, there we go. Lots of inventory space. I got no silicon. I need to go mining. While I'm mining, I think I might pick up as much iron as I can. Hydroponic trays, I'm going to need like 80, 100, I don't know. Let's say 80. That's 800 iron because they cost 10 iron each. I can hear something on, something going. That doesn't need to be on. That is going to stay on. Yeah, so that's like, what is it, 15, 16 stacks of iron I'm going to need to fill my greenhouse with trays. So I have to do a lot of mining. This episode, I guess well, I just strafed off by accident. I have got everything in place, don't I? Before I stick ice in, let's just check. I want that off. I want that on. Water. I want the water to get into that room as soon as possible. So yeah, I need this on as well. So yeah, I'm about to do a lot of mining. I'm about to get a bunch of silicon. Not a bunch. I just need like a stack of silicon. I don't need all that much at this stage, but iron is something I need a lot of. I'm not going to get all 16 stacks this episode, but hopefully I can reduce the... stick that away. I'll have this ready. Hopefully I can reduce the burden of mining later on. Okay, so here we go. I'm about to melt some ice. So first I'm going to stick one in. Nothing's going to happen. It's not going to melt. I have to melt it. And activating the furnace will melt the ice. Now the rest of this ice should melt on its own. If it doesn't, I'll have to press the activate button. But it should be processing. Yeah, it is. The number of moles are going up. Look at that. Substantially. This is about to open. Yeah. And I can chuck it all in. And the temperature, as you can see, is really cold. There's no... If I wasn't insulating this pipe here, see that's got a bunch of nitrogen in it, that would be heating up that nitrogen, and which is I don't want that. So it means I can just kind of sit here. I can deal with the fact that the temperature rises at first because the pressure is going up, but as it's melting ice and creating really cold water, it goes down again. Okay, the water's getting sucked out. The reason the temperature is rising is because the water here is getting heated in these pipes as it heads along. Anyway, that's heating my nitrogen, so I'm going to get this going and get this nitrogen sucked out of there, and I want it going straight into here. And as you can see, the temperature got bumped down significantly. We got only 33 degrees and dropping, and I want all the nitrogen out of here. This is going to take some time. All the nitrogen water out of here. It's flowing through this pipe. It's getting heated like crazy as it goes through this pipe, but then it gets into here, and then the radiators are hitting it, and it's cooling down. And that's a significant amount of nitrogen, 1,600 moles. I want that as cold as possible. Yeah. Okay, so let's get in the water room and see what's going on in there. Is all my water out yet? No. Volume pumps take a while to get those last little bits out. It is 100 liters. So, okay, I didn't make the same mistake I made in many earlier episodes. So I'm going to rush in this door as quickly as possible. The atmosphere rushing in. It's only 428 degrees in here. It's 463 out there. But in here it should be significantly colder. You should see a big whoosh of air rushing in. Whoa. And in this room here, it's only 250 degrees Celsius. My water tank is almost 60 degrees. The atmosphere is 245 degrees. And that's because this tank is cooling down the air. It's cooling down the air, creating low pressure around the tank, causing the higher pressure on the cube I'm standing in, to go over there. And that's why you see these atmosphere particles heading over to that square. Wait, have I got that backwards? I might have that backwards. Anyway, those effects are because the cooling is happening and the pressure is changing, and there's pressure differential in the room. Yeah. Okay, so this is just going to slowly cool, and this whole room is going to slowly cool. Look, I'm down to almost 200 degrees now. I want to keep this watershed fairly cool. Every time I go through this door system here, I can drink while I'm talking. Every time I go through this door system here, I'm going to be letting super hot air into this room and heating it up. So, I mean, I'm not trying to regulate my water temperature to like really, really low. I'm just trying to get it down fairly low. I created this watershed because I don't want to stick 400 degree water into my greenhouse because that'll heat up my greenhouse like crazy. If I only stick like 100-degree water in my greenhouse, that's manageable. That's fine. That'll heat the greenhouse up, but not anywhere near the rate that 400-degree water will. So I created this watershed kind of as a way to semi-insulate my water because I will be hydroponicking this up and sticking a bunch of water in very shortly. I might even do another ice run before I stick water into there. So I'm gonna when I hit this pump. Oh god. When I hit this pump, it's gonna pump water into this pipe, and the pipe system will flood it all through my hydroponics. And I want that temperature to be as low as practicable. But I'm not going to go to the effort of setting up a cycling airlock and trying to keep this water at a certain temperature, just low enough so it doesn't cause me major inconvenience later on. Before I leave this room, I want to make sure I'm taking all the water I can with me. Let's just do that. Yeah, 2 bottles of water. I don't care about my hunger. My health is going up now. This is going to heat it up again when I open this door. I want to just rush through this door as quickly as possible. I have an airlock there, which makes the process, it slows down the heating of the room anyway by doing it like that. Okay, so now I need silicon. I want to get a wall cooler in here. It's going to make managing this, rather than gas swapping all the time. Speaking of which, I'm not going to bother gas swapping. It'll be a bit hotter in there when I go in there next. How's my carbon dioxide? I should have like a ton in there. Yeah, 30,000 moles. But rather than gas swapping all the time, I'd rather just get a wall cooler running on one of these walls. I'm going to run a pipe, probably here, along the top there into there. Connect to my X. My X is going to come down into the wall cooler, and that's going to be what's going to allow the wall cooler to cool the room. And with a wall cooler or 2 wall coolers maybe, I'm not sure how many at this stage. It'll make keeping this room at a stable temperature much more manageable. Power critical. Oh god. The idea of the wall coolers is you want to just kind of figure out how many wall coolers you want on, so that the temperature of the room ticks up and down slowly. So it's either slowly increasing or slowly decreasing, and you can manage that. It means you can go off and do a bunch of things and come back, and all your plants haven't died. I'm turning this on because I'm going to go searching for silicon. I also want a bunch of iron while I'm at it, and yeah, here's my big silicon mountain. There's water over here somewhere. Is that tiny stuff water? Yeah, fantastic. So I'm going to do another big batch of water, this water right here. So let's just keep track of where it is. Okay, if I'm coming from my base, what bearing am I going at? 236, okay. I should find that. It's easy, it stands out. I'm going to do another big batch of water just before I stick water in my greenhouse, and that way I get the water in there as cold as possible. By the time I've done all this, my water will be like 100 degrees. So if I can get that down to something more manageable, like 50 degrees or something, that'd be great. That'd make regulating the temperature of the greenhouse much easier. It's kind of just some of the stuff you kind of need to do on Venus. Otherwise, you're gonna have to like have 6 wall coolers running or something, and you know, it gets crazy and it gets very power hungry. I'd have to like double my existing power array if I wanted to stick 400 degree water in there, just to run enough wall coolers. Okay, so I really only need a stack of this, so one more little bit would be nice. I want to leave this bit sticking out. This is like my silicon hill. This is great. We'll get one of the bits down here. Well, not the coal. There we go, 50 exactly. Fantastic. There's gold here as well. My gold was pretty low, so I might grab that. I also have to start thinking about the future past this. My greenhouse, obviously, the one thing I'm missing Everything else is coming into place nicely, but the one thing I'm desperately missing is plants. I mean, obviously you can't run a greenhouse with no plants. I just have a room full of hydroponic trays with no plants in them. So I'm going to need to set up communications. I can't make plants. I can't just print them off from one of my machines. I need to trade for them. And so I will be setting up communications fairly shortly, actually. But I need something to trade to the trader. And the best thing I find is the... yeah, it's okay. It's the logic motherboards. A logic motherboard costs, I think any motherboard, they're all the motherboards the same pretty much. They sell for the same amount, they cost the same amount. I just print out the logic motherboards. They cost 5 gold and 5 copper, and they sell for, on average, about 1,200 or 1,300 credits. And for such a small amount of resources to put in, that's incredible. That's why the trader is busted. You can actually buy copper and gold off some of the traders, like Minerite. So you can buy copper and gold off them, turn them into logic motherboards, and sell it back to them for a gross profit. It's very easy to rack up a couple of 100,000 credits very quickly doing it this way. That's why I don't use the trader, because I don't use traders except to buy plants. I'll buy one of each type of plant and that's it. Or I might buy one fertilized egg and do chickens or something. Oops. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I'm not going to use traders. You can buy end game materials. You can buy advanced alloys. You never actually have to set up an advanced furnace if you're willing to go by the trade. Do the trader thing. If you want to be a trader, you never need to even make any advanced alloys. You can just buy, astraloy, hastaloy, stellite, all the advanced alloys. You can just buy them all. And it's not a problem. I actually want iron more than I want gold, so I don't know why I'm still sucking up gold. I see gold and I'm just like, ooh, gold, quick. I'm going to leave this one here. Oh, yeah, I'm going to leave that one up there exposed so I know that it's here. And I'll just dig up these ones under the ground here and go on the search for iron. I've got a lot of copper. I probably don't need much copper. I might pick up one stack of copper. Okay, that's good. That's good. I need to come back here. This is fantastic. This little mound here. It's got some iron. It's got some silicon. Got some coal. I've got some gold there. It's fantastic. It's like my little mining deposit. This is what I want. Iron. This is great. How's my propellant looking? Oh, tons of propellant. I won't need to fill that up for quite some time. Though I should fill it up before my CO2 tank heats up too much from all the gas swaps. Get really, really cold propellant, and that way my propellant will last longer. So I probably should fill up my propellant. Yeah, I'm more worried about my oxygen tank than my waste tank. One of them's gone already, and the other one is down to 3,300. It still gives me a bit of time to rack up these resources. I want to start pumping out the hydroponic trays. The problem is I need to arc furnace all these irons. I can't get my furnace hot enough without sticking oxygen in. And I don't want to stick oxygen in. Next time I stick oxygen in my furnace will be when I do the Invar and Constantan. I mean, I really would love those resources right now, but yeah, I don't have oxygen to spare, really. I got just enough oxygen that, well, not a big deal. I got just enough oxygen right now that it's comfortable. I can actually create space by doing this. There we go. If I start like blowing oxygen on my furnace, then I'm going to need a lot more oxygen than the last amount I put in. I mean, I could do a steel run, but I couldn't do Invar and Constantan. I need to use up a lot more oxygen for them. I won't actually make oxygen. I'll probably make a fuel mix. I'll probably melt some hydrogen in my furnace, some volatile, some of those pink crystals, and stick it in my hydrogen tank and put a mixer there and create an actual fuel mix. Or actually, I got tons of water. I might set up an electrolysis machine and make my fuel mix that way. That's probably the better way to do it. But yeah, I do have these 3 volatiles that I want to get out of my belt. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I've got pretty much all the iron out of here that I can. There's probably more. Last waste tank. My oxygen tank's, yeah, temperature high. Thank you. I'm probably going to run out. I'm going to run out of oxygen well before I run out of things. There's gold there. Okay, that's connected to that gold deposit there. This is my free copper deposit. I'm gonna mine this out. This has been fantastic. This little copper quarry here. It's not updating, unfortunately. Just get one stack of copper. I can't remember how much copper I need. I just made a bunch of cables, so more copper is always good. And I do want to start stockpiling my copper and gold in anticipation of a trader being set up very shortly. Oh god, this deposit just keeps going and going. Look at all the copper. It's fantastic. What have I got? 51. One extra, one more than I needed to. Well, I've got the oxygen to spare, so let's grab some more. Let's fill that stack up. Don't overfill it. I want to get one more stack of iron before I go back to my furnace and start smelting all this. 40, 43, 46. I'm not going to risk another one. I don't want to fill up that last slot. I know there's a bunch of iron here. Let's just start sucking this up. This is fine. Whoa. I was jetpacking, so it's not a big deal. 15. Let's turn that stack of 15 into close to 50. 42. 46. One more? I might get 5. Nah, forget it. Forget it. Okay, let's turn this beacon off. I love this beacon. It means I never have to worry about getting lost. Okay, I'm gonna actually... This should be empty. That's empty, that's empty. And I don't want to mix it with this, which I'll check the temperature of that in a second. Negative 38, oh, I love it. This is great, actually. 100 moles of oxygen, super cold. The nitrogen is what I love. I want to get that incredibly cold. The big problem is I'm going to be sticking some icy cold CO2. But I haven't gas swapped in a while, and this greenhouse is probably heated up by now to 35, 40 degrees. So I don't mind the carbon dioxide being chilled. I'm going to turn that off. I want to contain everything in the furnace. Okay, that's good. I might just deal with my oxygen supply really quickly, because I'm going to run out of oxygen while I'm furnacing all this. That's good. Let's chuck it in there. I only want to leave it in for a split second because I know that it's heating up. I don't want to be breathing 27 degree oxygen, but if I leave it in there, it'll heat up to like 30 degrees, which will make it even worse. I've got a lot of oxygen now. That's fine. I've got plenty to spare. I'm not going to turn this on. I don't want to create icy oxygen. That super cold 100 moles should be enough. What I'm going to do is just half empty these for now. I'm going to be arc furnacing for days, so I'm going to dump a bunch of these. I'm just going to do them as I go. I don't want my inventory filled up with stuff. I'm going to run through some free copper and free gold. I want to get this silicon in first. First I need to stick some atmosphere in there. Hopefully I did turn that off, didn't I? I didn't turn this off. Yeah, because I was waiting for the last few bits of water to get in there. What is the temperature of my water now, very quickly? 66.6 degrees. And it's kind of staying the same, which tells me the atmosphere in that room is 66.6 degrees. So that's really nice. That's good. When I do another water run, I'll get that temperature right down, and then I can plonk it straight into my greenhouse. Okay, so we're gonna, I'm just processing this. It won't process because there's no gas in there. Okay, let's set some gas in here. Just get the pressure up a little bit. So like 1 megapascal or something like that. There we go. That'll do. That's good enough. Okay, I'm just going to run this through. Just pull the gases out of there. And chuck it in the arc furnace straight away. Okay. Thank you. Good. Arc furnace. And while that's arc furnacing, I'll process this now so that when the silicon finishes, I can just run that straight through. And then I'm just going to smelt all these. Alright, I'll put that there so I don't forget it. Let's make a big stack of gold first. Let's just do it all in one hit. Let's not just pop it out in separate ingots. Oh, it's too cold in there. Okay, I'm going to have to run this thing a bit more than I wanted to. So I've got 73 gold in there. Once the temperature gets up, I'm putting 463 degree gas in there. So that should get up to above the 327. Yep, there we go. And I can pop out my gold ingot. I might leave that running a little bit because I'm worried that the temperature will drop as I put this copper in. Whoops, I jumped too soon. No, it isn't dropping. I can turn this off. And let's pump out an ingot of copper, 96 grams. Thank you. Fantastic. This can be closed now. I'm not using that. Copper, I'm going to put it in here. That way I don't have to pull stuff out of machines and pull it back in. I have got a bit of gold in here, don't I? But I'm going to be making stuff. I'm just waiting for my silicon now. What can I be doing? I could be swapping out my battery. A lot of things I could be doing while I'm waiting for the silicon. So, going well, going well. Looking forward to this. In fact, rather than wait for the silicon, I can get 30 grams of it right now and stick that back in. I didn't actually need to take it out. Oh, 31 grams I got. And I can get these, a lot of things I want a silicon for. Radiators, pipes. Oh, not radiators. Radiators are steel and gold. Wait, what are radiators? I could have been making these before. Okay, I'm silly. For some reason I thought radiators needed silicon. I'm silly. Anyway, I want some insulated pipes. I want to replace these 3, and I want enough to be able to run a line across the roof here and down. So it's probably going to need about 12 pipes, and they're going to need to be red pipes. Well, some are going to need to be orange, some are going to be red. I'll color them later. I'll wait until I get over to doing that.
Waste tank critical.
Yeah, it's a problem. What are you down to? Negative 54. That's great. There's nothing in there. Yeah, I know there's stuff in there. I don't care about that. Okay, I put 1 on me, so I'm going to want an odd amount. 9's not going to be enough. Honestly, I'm going to need a lot more pipes later on anyway. No, let's just make them as I need them. 11. Let's get it up to 13. So I've made 12 pipes. Stop there. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna while it's fresh in my mind, because otherwise I'll forget. I'm gonna just rip these up. It doesn't matter that there's stuff in the furnace. It's the output pipe is the input pipe. It says input. No gases are going to come through there, so there's no issue. Yeah, no, I'm going to have a bit of a waste tank issue very shortly. I'm going to have to flush the gases at whatever temperature I've got them at. In hindsight, I should have done this differently. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I found it. Okay, so that's it. All insulated. I mean, I could insulate my queue as well, which would help when I do water. No, I'm not going to bother. Okie dokie. Yeah, so waste tank is about to be a thing, about to be an issue. I want a wall cooler. Kit wall cooler. There we go. Okay, so we're getting there. We're making progress. We're making progress. That silicon honestly should be done by now, and I should be able to put iron in. And I would like to start my hydroponic production. So you can go in there, because I never know when I'm going to want to make more insulated pipes. Hydration's fine. So these hydroponic trays, I can make 4. Let's just do it. More cables maybe? I don't know. Okay, I'm just looking around. Beacons off. All good. Oh, good. Making good progress here. Now, I need some red pipes. I actually don't know if 10 is going to be enough. I might need to print more. I'm going to chuck these on the ground. Not all of them. I want 1 orange pipe. Although I don't need to. I can always make orange pipes whenever I want. But I'm going to do this anyway. I want these here. I'm going to chuck these on the ground. And I'm going to make them all red. And what I'm going to have is a wall cooler.
Waste tank critical.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to deal with this waste tank problem very soon.
Temperature high.
I'm going to have to flush. Yeah. Anyway, I'll deal with that in a minute. But let's get this. Okay, so do I want to go down now? No, no, no. I want to go down one more across. Now, hopefully I should be able to see the bottom of that inside the room. The wall cooler is going to go here. I can't actually put it on. I have to go inside the greenhouse because this is the back of the wall. I can only put things on the front of walls. Okay, going good. Where's that red pipe? I remember seeing that. Yeah, let's grab that. And we'll grab all these. What? Ah! Ah! It works! I feel like Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Something I built actually works! Awesome! I got warning, there's a storm coming. Okay, I don't actually have anything on the ground, but I'm not going to start this next iron furnace job. I might process a stack of iron. I don't know how long I've got. I could put a countdown timer on there as well. I don't know how long I've got, but I'm going to just process this stack of iron quickly. I know that stays yellow for quite some time before the storm hits. But yeah, it works. No. Let's just leave it on me like this. And let's pick up all those hydroponic trays really quick. Okay, storm is coming, I know. Get everything off the ground. Pick everything up. And not let anything get damaged. That lander will get damaged. I'm actually hoping the storm destroys it. I know it won't. The landers last a very long time. Fantastic. There's a storm coming. Brilliant. Radiators. I want radiators. I'm scared to print them off while I know there's a storm coming in. I shouldn't be doing this. I don't know how long I've got. Let's just... I really want like 10 of these. I'll just pick them up instantly the moment they pop out. I know the storm warning, you've got like 3 minutes or something. It's a very long time. But yeah, my warning system works. I'm so happy. Okay, honestly, that'll do. I don't want to risk a radiator dying. Okay, let's get inside here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, fantastic. I love that. If that warning system hadn't been there, if I had no speakers there, I wouldn't have noticed. I know me too much. I just walk straight past it and not even notice that it's yellow. So yeah, that's fantastic. The question is, do I want to put my waste tank situation? Oh, I'm in a vacuum now. I don't have to worry about my waste tanks. Okay, yeah, that was the other thing I needed to do. Okay, I'm thrilled. I'm stoked. The storm will probably hit while I'm in here. You'll see probably yellow particles flying around, like near the ceiling and the walls when it does hit. Yeah, I got to deal with this waste tank problem immediately the moment the storm hits. There we go. There's the particles. I actually don't need this to be closed. We got a storm, and I'm safely inside. Though on Venus, honestly, storms are safer than non-storms. Storms cool you down, so yeah, that was not good. Okay, so this is the non-insulated pipe. No, I want an insulated pipe, don't I? Okay, we want an insulated pipe to curl down. Okay, curl down. There we go. And then we want a non-insulated pipe to connect up. And this is okay putting this here because this is inside the room. Okay, so anything in like half in the wall or outside needs to be insulated, but everything in here wants to be uninsulated. And I can chuck this down here now. Oh, hang on. Do I want to extend the X line? Do I need more X cooling? I probably don't. What I really want is more of this cooling, because if I want to do some big gas captures, I don't want to be stuck waiting for a pipe to cool forever. I'll put that on for now. So I probably want these yellow pipes. I might just continue this wall. I might sever some of this stuff. So when I get outside, I'm going to be doing arc furnace and hydroponics and stuff that leaves stuff lying on the ground. Wait, is that stopped already? No, it's still going. I was just standing in a spot where the particles weren't visible, or hardly visible. So this is not going to waste any gases. I've just spread the gases into two separate pipe networks. Let's fill this wall up for now with whoa, what? Oh, the click bug, the click bug. I haven't explained the click bug on this run. You'll hear all about it on my Vulcan run if you watch those episodes. And there, I've connected those up. I can now put a straight pipe here. It's actually impossible to see. The shiny steel, the shiny plastic makes it very hard to see. And I'm just increasing this array, just getting more cooling to my cooling line. I really think I'm probably going to have my X line go round like this, and at the very least cool along this wall here. So I don't actually want this pipe here, and I probably don't want this pipe here. It doesn't matter if I sever this, I'm not going to destroy any gases. I want this to go, well, we'll do the curly pipe first, because it just automatically slots into place, and then the straight pipe. I should have, okay, let's grab a red pipe from somewhere. I'm not doing this in the most efficient way possible. Finish the yellow pipes first would be the way to do it. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna stick radiators on this. I don't think I need to stick radiators on my X for now. Let's just see how many I can get down. Okay, that's good. That's gonna cool this line here. It's currently filled with really cold nitrogen. And the rest of these pipes can be red. So I'm gonna chuck this on the ground. I don't care about one yellow pipe. There we go. And circle this around like this. And this line will be all X, I guess. To be honest, it might end up being CO2. It depends on how well I do with my... Oh, what am I doing? I gotta reconnect this. Oh god, silly. Okay. Yeah, it depends on how well I do with my cooling. And I want one of these radiators here. So I could use a few more radiators. I did want to build more, but that storm was hitting. The storm is finished now. Yep, fantastic. All my batteries will be completely full. I think they were already completely full. Yeah, okay, this is coming along really nicely, this room. And I've now connected my X up to that pipe there. Now, I don't want to enter my... I don't want to enter my watershed, so I'm going to start using the stored water. I don't need to. I could be using my health as a resource, but I don't want that annoying panting sound. And let's get outside and get the rest of that stuff done. I'm actually... Oh, whoosh. I'm actually at the 38-minute mark. I want to put a stop to this episode in the next couple of minutes. I want to get inside, do a gas swap, and put the wall cooler down. And maybe have time to wire it up. Or I can get the wiring in place now. It's going to be... The X is coming from the bottom, and these things... Yeah. When I put it on the wall, I'm going to want the cabling coming from the bottom. So I can get the cabling set up right now. I got a whole nother air tank. It's good. It's my waste tanks I'm scared of. In hindsight, I should be dealing with that problem right now, not doing this. I don't know if I want this going in the wall like this. I can rip it up later. It's not a big deal. Straight up, please. Thank you. And now I should be able to just slot a wall cooler. Should be able to just slot a wall cooler straight into that spot right there. And because there's X in this pipe, which I haven't checked yet, yeah, negative 145 degree X, and there's 5,000 moles of it. This should be a very efficient wall cooler. I just have to be on the other side of the wall to put it in, unless I chuck a wall here. But I need to go in there anyway. Let's deal with this waste tank problem first. Let's just partly empty some waste tanks. That didn't empty it at all. Okay, I have no choice. I have to run this nitrogen in. What did I get it down to? Negative 78. Good enough. Let's go. Let's get that. And I want to get my I've got one more tank. It's okay. I can use my oxygen tank for this. So that cooled that really cold O2. Cooled my oxygen tank down to perfect 20 degrees. Well, not perfect. I actually want it a little colder because the temperature in this pipe is 27 degrees. Let's just bump this up really quick. because I'm about to go into my thing. This should be evacuated by now. Trace amounts, yeah, the bug. Wow, it went dark very quickly then. The bug, the valve bug. Okay, it's now safe for me to flush all this into here. I just flushed, what was it, 100 moles in there. And I can actually empty these things now. Actually, I want to empty my oxygen tank first. Okay, I want this completely empty, so I'm going to watch it. I don't want trace amounts of CO2 in here. Sometimes it says 0%, but there's a tiny little tiny bit in there. It doesn't matter if I only partly empty these. It's not an issue. I can stop it now if I want to. Okay, 40 minutes. I want to stop, but I want to get that wall cooler going first and do one more gas swap. I also want... I need to be constantly arc furnacing iron all the time, because this is going to take a long time for me to do. So I got to make sure I'm constantly doing this. And just churning out those hydroponic trays. I also need some water pipes, which cost iron as well. Yeah, stick that on me. I'm juggling too many things at once. Okay, one at a time. Let's get this done. Okay, this is really cold oxygen. Too cold, actually. I've just dropped this tank down. I'm actually tempted to rip this up, stick a pipe here, and just equalize the temperatures out of these, just to make life a little bit easier. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. I'll just use one of these red pipes. It's only very temporary, real temporary, not the fake temporary where I say something's temporary and it's still there 10 episodes from now, but actual real temporary. We're going to just stick a pipe here, and we're going to just equalize those out. So what I've just done then is I've just spread that with that, and I've got 13 degrees. 13 degrees, that's manageable. I can work with that. That's fine. 27 degrees, too hot I can't work with. Too cold I can. And by work with, I mean I can. It's easy to heat a tank up. You can just like leave it in the tank connector. And this pressure regulator has just, yeah, back into place. I need to set the pressure on it. Renaming tool, thank you. And we'll set it to, we'll keep it this 8,000 thing going. I honestly have more play. I don't have enough oxygen though. 8,000 will do. Let's just do that. And then so when I hit this thing now, it's going to stick much colder H2 into that pipe. Yeah, really cold. If I mix it with this, I actually should end up heating this up to 23. I currently don't have an air tank though, so that was badly thought out. Let's do this. And I'll just let that fill for a while. I don't want to go into my greenhouse so with so little oxygen available to me. But what I can do is I can get my hydroponics pumping out and my radiators. Hydroponics. I want liquid pipes. While I'm building those, I'm just quickly check to make sure I have none. Yeah, I used them all, didn't I, on my watershed. So I'm gonna need. Well, where did that go? I'm gonna need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, about 10 will do for now. I don't have many hydroponic trays, so it's not a big issue. Okay, the rest of this can go into hydroponics. Yeah, I've only got 4 trays so far. And, almost at 45 minutes. I can at the very least get the wall cooler in place and turned on and do a gas swap, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Well, start the gas swap process. This should be out by now. Thank you. Got to remember to keep arc furnacing. This will take ages. Run this through here. Stick this iron in here. Keep pumping these out. I thought I had enough for 4. Oh, there was 1 at my feet. These only stack in 5s, so yeah. and get the next stack ready to go through. Oh no, I've already done that. I'm going to leave one in my inventory at all times in the corner here to remind me. I don't need these pipes. I got everything I need to hop into the greenhouse. I'm probably going to end the episode in the greenhouse. That's it. My iron's gone. I got more on the way. Change my battery out and get my oxygen tank filled. Juggling too many things at once. That should be the title of one of my episodes. Okay, so that should be full. I didn't check the temperature of that, so let's just check it really quick. 19 degrees, great, fantastic.
Waste tank, caution.
Yeah, that's okay. I got plenty of spare waste tanks. I'll chuck that in there. I don't want to leave this in here. That oxygen, frankly, is great. I love it. I don't need my renaming tool. Yeah, okay. So I'm about to end this episode. I didn't leave anything on, did I? I probably did. Did I leave that valve open? I need to do a quick look around the base at the start of the next episode to make sure I'm not about to blow anything up. Just before I end, I'm just going to suck out half the atmosphere from here. What is the temperature in here? So it's actually risen to 41 degrees. I've got nothing in here that should cause it to raise in temperature. So that's entirely transfer through the floors and the windows. I wish I knew a way to insulate this base better. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to switch this on. I'm going to once again suck the amount of gas out of here down to 40, well 45, 42, 43, 44, 45, something like that pressure, just so I don't run the risk of damaging my windows right next to this vent here. So I'm just going to hover over the button, hold the tablet. Once it's down a bit below 45, I'm going to switch it off. And every time I do this, I'm sucking X out. As you can see on the, whoa, okay, that's enough. On this square here, all the squares, it's 0.2 mmol. I've almost sucked all the X out of this room just through this gas swap. Now when I push this in, the temperature should drop significantly. So as you can see, temperature dropping significantly. I can just let that go until the pressure gets up to 101. So everything's going well. I'm going to stop the episode here. Yeah. Did I leave that valve? Yeah, I did leave it open. Okay, there's stuff I need to do outside. I might end the episode looking at the valve. I'm going to put these hydroponics in place at the start of the next episode as well. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.